Okay, so here's the face. This face isn't in great shape, but I know from before I took the clock apart that's acceptable once all the parts are back on there. So there's a little notch up here. This is typical for GE Telechron to use that to get your clock face centered on there. And because this is the type that uses this clip, I'm gonna have to put this clip back on there. What I use sometimes for this kind of operation is the thing you use in your drill when you put a drill bit in there, and I'll just take it and put it down, gently push to get it to seat. So now that I've got that, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the hour hand and I'm going to put it on the hour hand sleeve. And what I want to do is I want to get the hand pointing towards 12 o'clock as closely as I can. Then I'm going to come in with the minute hand, and same thing now. I'm going to try to put it on the minute hand sleeve with the hand pointing towards 12 o'clock. Now, actually, this sweep hand doesn't matter. It has nothing to do with keeping track of the time, so I can put it on wherever I want, and that's what I'm going to do. Okay, now what I like to do at this point is take the clock I'm working on, and then take a look and see if the hour hand and the minute hand, if there's going to be a conflict. And I'll even pull it through to see, go around one time to see, is there going to be a conflict? And then if there is, then I'm going to need to adjust the hands, bend them up slightly or down or whatever, so that there isn't a conflict. Now, this next step is something that's going to be hard for you to do exactly the way I do it, but there's something that was used by modelers, scale modelers, but they don't make anymore. And that's really annoying. And it's called Pledge Floor Care. It was also called Future at one point. But it's a finish for wood floors, and the bottom line is it goes on clear, it dries clear, and it has when it dries, it turns into a kind of a hard surface, if you will. And what I'm going to use it for is I don't want this sweep hand falling off, especially if somebody, say, wants this clock and I send it to them. The U.S. Postal Service is not gentle. And now that I've removed all the gunk from here, this thing can just fall off in transit. I've had that happen to me before. Not cool. So I don't want that to happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little paintbrush and I'm going to put it in this floor polish, and I'm just going to put the smallest little bit right there on the sweep hand. And the idea is that it's not going to create a situation where it will make it difficult to take the sweep hand off, but it should be just enough that if it's rattled around in a shipping situation, it won't just fall off. So why I say this is a problem is because they don't sell this anymore, and now if you can find it, people want $1 million for it. However, the good news is there are other things that would work just as well, and I don't have them off the top of my head. I do know that a substitute that should work is white glue, Elmer's glue, thinned with water. Putting a drop of that on should do the same thing. But in any case, so now I've got that situation, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the lens on it. Now, when I put the lens on, and this is kind of crazy, but what I don't want to do is leave a big fingerprint inside the lens where I can't clean it off after I put it together. And I've done that before. So I went on eBay and I bought these inspection gloves, and they were really cheap. It was like 100 pair for $10 or something when I bought them. And when I get ready to put on a lens, I put it on using this so that I'm absolutely sure I don't get a fingerprint on the inside. So I'll take the lens and just do a visual inspection, make sure I don't see anything. I've already cleaned it up, but I just do double check, and then I'm just going to set it on there. And then the last step here is for us to add the bezel. So now this is going to be a little bit tricky because I didn't bend out the tabs of the bezel all the way. I did as little as possible. So what I got to do is I got to try to hook this in the right way. You might notice there's an indentation on the front plate there. That's where one of the tabs goes. There's an indentation in the front plate for each of the 4 tabs. Yeah. And a lot of times what I'll find with this is I do wind up having to bend out the tabs more than I did to remove it, which is where I'm at now. But once I've got them over, then I can push them down into place. I only have 3 tabs on this one, but I think that'll be okay because of the way this was when I took it apart. It didn't seem to be an issue. There was only 3, which is good. So there you go. Now we've got all that put back together, and then the last step is going to be to put it into the case, and that's it.